Max, describe your round of golf today.
Man, solid. Like, it just felt like every aspect of my game felt good enough to shoot under par. You never know when you're going to shoot 7 under or something, but I felt like I took advantage of how I felt, which is something I think that's important out here. I think sometimes players leave the course frustrated with a 2 under at times because they feel like they had it and they didn't make the most of it. So I felt like I made the most of it today. There's days where you shoot 2 under and you feel like you got everything out of it. Today I felt like I had it, and I was very proud to go around this place and show that, because I did feel good. I felt good on the range. I felt good yesterday. So I wanted to go out there and commit to every shot and trust it. I'm swinging it awesome, and I'm putting it well. So why not trust my golf swing?
So did you see this coming a little bit?
Yeah, like I said, 7 under is hard to ever predict, but I knew I was feeling great and I should play well. I thought I got out of my own way today really well, even the last couple of days, not trying to be particular. Had a pretty not so fun Sunday at Waste Management. Game didn't feel awful, but I feel like old me might have went looking for something, and I got here on Tuesday, and Coach and Joe were, I think you're this, and I feel like I kind of talked to Mark, and I stopped. I'm like, I feel fine. Like, I don't want to rebuild something right now. It feels fine. I had a bad couple days. It wasn't that far off. So I guess I would say I did see a good week coming.
On your back 9 today, the front 9, especially those last 3 holes, can you describe the momentum? Is it the swing? Is it between the ears?
It's interesting. It's getting good numbers and hitting. They all started with a great tee shot. 7 is a rather tricky hole. If you hit it in that fairway, you're going to have a good look at birdie. Doesn't matter the pin, or at least you're going to have a good look with your iron shot. It doesn't matter the pin. It sets you up to have feel very comfortable. 8's a very hard tee shot, but if you do hit that fairway, especially where the pin was today, it feels like you can attack it. And then 9's very similar. If you're in that fairway, you feel comfy. If you're not, it's kind of playing defense. So hitting those 3 fairways, I knew I was swinging it well, but you still need to hit. They're tough fairways to hit, so you still need to be in them. So once I hit them, my irons felt so good today. It felt like then it was just kind of turn your brain off and hit the thing. But my distance control was awesome on those three holes, and I was really happy to make that putt on 9. I've missed that putt a billion times, so it was nice to finish with a birdie as well.
Yeah, Max, on 10, your first hole, you had a super interesting moment. How important was it for your confidence to kind of hole out from the bunker?
Yeah, I think it was. I would have taken par after my tee shot. I would have taken par on the tee. But yeah, that was cool. I told Joe that was probably the coolest way I've ever started a round, because I hit a good drive and you're kind of praying, and I had a not so great lie and a not so great spot, and I had a pretty good flop shot. It came up a step or 2 short, and now I'm staring, bogey or worse in the face. But I thought I collected myself. I knew I hadn't done a whole lot wrong, so I trusted my bunker game, and I hit a very good bunker shot, I will say. But that was a nice boost. It was really windy for our first 2 holes. It definitely settled down, but it felt like it was going to be one of those hang-on days. And to start with a circle on the scorecard it just eases you, as you start a tournament.
Absolutely. And then once you finished your front 9, you must have been feeling a little better, and you through a ball to a little kid. Can you tell us a little bit about that moment and what it means to you to have that support behind you?
Oh, yeah. Well, they're supporting us. It's just, it's just a golf ball to us, but I remember coming here as a kid and how important it was. I got Nick Watney's golf ball back in the day, and I still remember that 20-something years later. So, we are just entertainers at the end of the day, and that little kid was very cute and very supportive, yelling all of our names. So it's just something I think a lot of us do out here.
Thanks, Max.
Mac, when you're cooking the way that you have been for a while now, are you one of those golf sickos who's either insecure or fearful of waking up one day and it's not going to feel the same, and you're just trying to extend it as long as you can?
Every single day. But I feel like I'm doing a better job, as you use the term cooking. I think I've got the burner on low, and I'm trusting it's going to get there. I I'm getting closer, not needing to see results to know how good I am. I think that's important. But yeah, that fear of losing it is also why I get so excited when I get to the golf course every day and I hit my first iron shot and still, I still got it. So, but yeah, I mean, you just never. I think I've already lost it before. I think I got it for a little while. And like I said, I don't need to hit every shot well to know that I have it in there. And I think that's a fun spot to be mentally.
Kind of going off his, was it atypical for you on Tuesday to tell Mark, like, hey, we don't need to go looking to mix things up? And is that, how long has it been, you think, that you've been able to react in that way to a bad round?
I definitely think it's new. It's ever changing, right? Like that Sunday, I played poorly, but I didn't hit a lot of bad shots. I didn't string good shots together. I hit bad drives on the par 5, so my score was inflated. And I guess if you asked me that Sunday after, I would have been spiraling, thinking, oh, this is, I got to fix something. I got to get it back. But when you get a day, did a Titleist shoot Monday, when you get a day to have some fun and relax and just settle, I settled into the idea that, hey, let's be realistic here. You hit bad drives on a few holes. You hit a lot of great drives, a lot of great iron shots, still made some putts. Everything feels good. We don't need to freak out here. And that's what Mark and Joe do a great job of. That's what Julie does a great job of with me, is making sure that I'm not just lying to myself. You hear players all the time say, oh, I should quit, I stink. And we, on the outside, laugh and think, you're amazing. But we've all been there and done the exact same thing. So sometimes you need to collect yourself and almost like take a shower and get that stink off you, because it is inappropriate and it's irrational.
So does DJ get credit for today?
Does DJ Pie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll always give DJ credit. Whether it's just his presence making me more calm or watching his awful golf swing at times make me feel better at golf. But it is nice to have DJ and the No Laying Up boys on Team Titleist now. It makes those shoots really fun.
It's going to be great to clip for him.
Oh, well, I was curious. A lot of guys talk about Augusta and that they need to play it multiple times to earn a better understanding of it. Do you feel that same way about this course?
A little. Augusta's so much different than this that it's hard to say. Like, I feel like I need to play Augusta 50 more times to get it. This one I think you could get a lot faster. But yeah, there's little nuances. I think it's just more getting comfortable with lines off tees and getting comfortable with misses, and even some breaks on the greens. But yeah, every golf course you could use. Torrey Pines, maybe not. Torrey's an interesting one. It kind of shows you what to do. This one gives you a little bit of wiggle room for imagination. But yeah, I just think getting comfortable with the line on where 12 is, because it always feels a little bit weird. It doesn't look like the middle of the fairway. That's a lot of these holes. They bend right where you can't see it. It's not dramatic enough, and the trees mess with your eyes. So knowing exactly what the middle of the fairway is, which is what Joe does a tremendous job of week in and week out, but especially this week, I think that's maybe what you learn.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.